And only four students are joined. Now tell me, then what's your doubt regarding the last class that we have discussed? Is there any doubt regarding that? Hello. Am I audible to you all? Or please respond. Am I audible to all? Yes or no?
Yes.
Then is there any doubt of the last class and that we had? Hello. Is there doubt of the last class? Are there some doubts? We can have a class when minimum 10 students are there. Do you know that? And those who have joined here, and please try to send your enrollment number or roll number in your chat box. Those who have joined, please write your enrollment number or roll number in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you written? Okay. And now we have the minimum of the 10 students. Now we'll discuss. Then our the next module is the reproduction in our angiosperm. Okay. Now tell me, what's your idea about the reproduction? If anyone speak to reproduction, then what do you understand? Please write your enrollment number in the chat box. Thereby we can have your attendance. Then what's your concept of the reproduction? If anyone speak to reproduction, what do you understand? Hello. Then you may be wrong or right, but try to speak. Anyone can have idea about email. Then you also may speak in your own language also. अरे पिलाମାନେ ଯଦି ଜାଣିଛ କୁହ ଯଦି ତମେ ଯାହା ବି ଭାବୁଛ କୁହ କୁହ speak. Try to speak only, then we have discussed. Is there any idea? Now tell me actually what happens in reproduction. Reproduction, and if someone speak to reproduction, what does it imply actually? Anyone having any idea? Okay. Now look at here. And is this screen is visible to you all? Is this screen is visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will discuss about the reproduction. And then, and if you define the reproduction, Reproduction can be defined as the process by which organism produces individual of its own kind. It means the process by which an organism produces individual of its own kind known as reproduction. And by the process of reproduction, human produce human, mango plant produce mango plant, coconut plant produce coconut. So the process by which an organism produces individuals of its own kind is known as the reproduction. Got this point? And always try to have the reply so that I can understand, we can progress. Hello? Got this?
Yes, sir.
And try to have always reply. Now we are having actually, then we can divide the reproduction into three classes. One is vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction. So first we'll discuss about what is vegetative method of reproduction. And then if we speak about vegetative method of reproduction, if an individual become developed from any vegetative part of the plant body is known as vegetative mode of the reproduction. If we speak, then what are the vegetative part of the plant body? And then anyone can have this idea. What is vegetative part? Actually, which part of the plant known as the vegetative part? Which part of the plant known as the reproductive part? Hello. Which part known as vegetative part? Which part known as reproductive part?
Vegetative part is gynoecium, androcium.
No, no, no,
Uh,
no, no. Means the part of the plant that not directly involved in sexual reproduction, known as the vegetative part. It means root, stem, and leaf, known as the vegetative part. And whereas the part of the plant that participate in the sexual reproduction, that is flower, then seed, fruits, all are the ordinary reproductive part. Especially when a complete plant become developed from a vegetative part, that means from the root, stem, leaf, known as the vegetative method of the reproductions. But this point here, look at here, we are having potato. Potato is a stem or root. Is potato a stem or root? Is potato a stem or root?
Stem.
Potato is a stem. So that then our the ginger, colocasia, saru, odda, then our onion, all are the stems. So, and when a complete plant develop from the stem, or when a complete plant develop from the root, or when a complete plant develop from the leaf, you may take example of the bryophyllum, Omorpoi. So a complete plant can be developed from the leaf also. So leaf, root, stem, all are the vegetative part. So when a new plant develop from vegetative part, known as the vegetative method of the reproductions. Next come the asexual reproduction. If you come to concept of asexual reproduction, means in this asexual reproduction, then there is no formation and there is no fusion of the gamete occurs. But instead, the plant produces some specific asexual body. Being some specific asexual body are produced, when this body becomes germinate, that become developed into a new individual. Especially, this asexual method of reproduction is commonly found in the lower plants. And then now come to sexual method of reproduction. Then, what do you understand about the sexual methods? And anyone having some idea?
there
What
is
do you
two
understand about sexual?
there is two parts in a plant, which is male and female. They like, pollinate or infuse. Then it will create a new.
Then you may speak in your mother language also, then there is no bound of any language, but you have to always interact. Okay, what is sexual reproduction? Anyone can have this idea? Anyone can answer? Anyone? Hello. Akhil, what happened in sexual reproduction? Especially sexual reproduction, parental reproduction, there the two parents are involved. the male partner forms male gamete, female partner forms female gamete. Got this point? Then male gamete, female gamete combine to form zygote, then zygote develop into embryo, finally into baby. So when there is a formation and fusion of the gamete takes place in the reproduction is known as sexual reproduction. Got this point? Please respond always. Got this point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And then first we discuss about the process or steps of the reproduction in the plant. Actually, what are the common steps by which the plant reproduce? So we have discussed about common point. And for sexual reproduction, what are needed? First, then we need a male gamete. So look at and if we speak, the first step is the formation of the male gamete. Second step, what happened? The formation of the female gamete. And for the sexual reproduction, male gamete and female gamete formations are essential. So in the plant, if just consider the male gamete is known as male gamete of height. Height means plant. Then female gamete known as female gamete of height. Clear?
Yes, sir.
In the first step, the male gamete is formed. The second step, female gamete formed.
Welcome to this one.
Next point, what? The male gamete should come near to the female gamete.
Yes, sir.
So that the process by which the male gamete come near to the female gamete in the plant is known as pollination. Got this point?
Yes, sir.
Especially pollination. Next, about the look at and by the look at and just you try to stay the understand logic. We have to explain the details in our coming time. Actually this is not exact meaning. Kisu request पठुचंदी बा. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, look at so that here and simply understand and by the process of pollination, the male gamete, female gamete which comes closer. The next step is fertilization, and by this process, what happened? The male gamete fuse with the female gamete. The next step is the development. Look at and when the male gamete combine with the female gamete to form zygote. The zygote in the future develop into an embryo. Embryo means what? Embryo means a tiny plant which are present inside a seed. At this point, embryo means what? What you understand by about embryo? What is an embryo? Embryo means what? Embryo means a small plant that present inside a seed. Then have you ever seen embryo? Have you ever seen embryo? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Where? Where? Where you have seen? I think, and then and I you might have seen the groundnut ବାଦାମ ଦେଖିଛ ଯୋଉ ଆମର ଦି ଫାଳ ହେଇଯାଏ ଦୁଇଟା ଆମର ନା ଧଳା ଧଳା ବାହାରେ ଦେଖିବ ସେ ଗୋଟିଏ ଧଳା କଡରେ ତମର ଲାଗିବ ଅଛି ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟିଆଟେ then this is our embryo. What is point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
And then this is our the embryo.
Embryo.
Look at and to nourish the embryo, then first then there is the development of endosperm occur, then development of embryo occur, development of seed and development of and then fruit. So that all of the step which leads to the development of the embryo of the sexual reproduction in angiosperm. And then I feel like ये माने on करछो mic टा off कर दमरा unless off. Hello. जे on करछो mic off करो only at the time of the question answer you have to switch on. And then the sexual reproduction plant is completed through these following 8 steps. Got this point? Development of male gametophyte, female gametophyte, pollination, fertilization, development of endosperm, development of embryo, development of seed and development of fruit. Now come to the next step. Look at, and while you discuss about the reproduction of the angiosperm, and it is very much essential to have idea about the structure of the flower. And then, and if you discuss about structure of the flower is consist of a stalk. The stalk of the flower is known as pedicel. Then, just above this particular stalk, we are having a flattened part is present here. This is known as the receptacle. Look at, and then actually here, look at a flower having a stalk known as pedicel, and a particular flower having here the 4 holes are present here. The green color part is known as calyx, and then look at, and the individual member of the calyx is known as sepal. Then you might have seen in case of hibiscus plant, mandara gacha dekhibo, mandara phulo. Then at the base there is a cup shaped structure present, is known as calyx. Then there are the 5 members are present here. One member is known as sepal. Then we are having some the red parts are present in case of the china rose or hibiscus or mandara phulo. They are known as the corolla. जहाँ के हम पाखुड़ा बेली फुलर कहू ताकू को जे ताको इंग्लिश को कहू corolla. And then पांचटा जाक मिसी की हला कोन हमरो corolla गोटा को petal is the individual member. And then calyx and corolla of a flower are known as accessory whole because they do not participate directly for the formation of the gamete, or they do not participate directly in the sexual reproduction. So they are known as accessory wholes. Got this point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
And then
Yes, sir.
so that a typical flower having 4 hole, calyx, corolla, and then calyx the first hole, corolla is the second hole. Now come to the third hole. The third hole is our the androecium. And then this particular yellow color structure you are seeing here, the 6 structure you are seeing here, all are the androecium. All collectively called as androecium, and one member is known as the stamen. And then the androecium is the female reproductive organ of the flower. And then individual member of our androecium is known as stamen. Each stamen is consist of, look at the right side of the figure, each stamen is consist of a filament and an anther. Here the typical anther is appears how many lobe here? A typical anther is appearing how many lobe? A typical anther is appearing how many lobe? A anther is
lobe.
Hello.
2 lobes, sir.
2 lobes, good. And then a typical anther having a 2 lobe, and inside this anther, actually our male gamete form. Actually not exactly male gamete, the microspore form. For present you consider the male gamete. Hello. Our anther is कौन तैयारी हुई है? हमारे ना male gamete तैयारी हुई. Next, and then the anther, the stamen is consist of filament and anther. The next hole is the gynecium. And then And look at the central part, and then look at the central part of the flower. Here we have in the gynosium present here. In this figure there is a single only present here, but in flower the 2 3 4 5 may be present. Then all are collectively called as gynosium. A single member is known as carpel. Then each carpel is consist of apical stigma, look at the right side, then a long style and a basal, that's the ovary. So ovary, inside ovary you can see, then you can see here there is ovules are present. So our gynosium is the female reproductive part, androsium is the male reproductive part. Then which is the individual member of the androsium? Which is
Anther.
stamen. Stamen is consist of filament and anther.
Stamen.
Then which is the individual member of the gynosium?
Pistil.
Not pistil. Pistil is equal to gynosium. Pistil jahata gynosium the set, but carpel lekha jo karba carpel. Carpel is the one individual member of the gynosium or pistil. This consists of basal swollen ovary, long style and stigma. This is all about the structure of the flower. So flower is the reproductive organ of the plant. It contains the reproductive part, the male reproductive structure as well as the female reproductive structure. So as you know that, and for sexual reproduction, the formation of male gamete required, formation of female gamete required, then need to come closure, then fertilization occur. So first we have discussed about formation of the male gamete in the plant. The formation of the male gamete in the plant is known as development of the male gametophyte. It is a long question for you. Okay. And then the development of the male gamete or male gametophyte in the plant is not completed by single step, but it is completed by the two steps. One is microsporogenesis, second is the microgametogenesis. So first what happened here? First we come to the microsporogenesis. The process by which formation of the microspore from microspore mother cell is known as microsporogenesis. The process by which the microspores are formed from the microspore mother cell known as microsporogenesis. So until where the microspores are present? The microspores are present inside the anther. So the microsporogenesis occur inside the anther. Got this point?
Yes, sir.
Look at this is a flower, this is anther. Inside anther, look at this is the flower, this is the stamen. Then a stamen is consist of filament and anther. The anther is consist of what? Look at a typical anther is bilobed. Look at this bilobed, and each lobe become divided into two chambers. So an anther is bilobed and a four chamber. Inside this chamber we are having microspore mother cell present. Microspore mother cell having 2n number of chromosome. Here the microspore mother cell inside this anther chamber undergo meiosis to form the microspore. Clear? These are the microspore which are coming out. Okay, the microspore out. Look at when this haploid structure are present inside the anther known as microspore. When microspore coming out of the anther known as pollen grain. Got this point?
Yes, sir.
Then what is microspore? What is pollen grain? Speak. Then you may be wrong, but you must speak in your own language. But try to interact. Hello. What is pollen grain? What is microspore? Microspore is the while it present inside the pollen chamber or inside the anther is known as microspore. In the environment is known as the pollen grain. Okay. Look at now this is and look at here, and suppose this is a flower. Suppose this flower is an immature. Abhi dekhe phuloटा amar ebe kodha avasthar achi. And when the flower is immature, the anther also present in the immature state. Here this anther having no lobe right now. It is lobe ebe achi. This anther having now no lobe. It is only a homogeneous mass of cell. It looks like a kulfi ice cream, the cone. As the flower mature, anther become bilobe, lobe 1 and lobe 2. And this remaining part here present in the junction is known as connective. This is the filament. As the flower mature, now each lobe become divided into two chambers. So anther is generally bilobe and a fourth chamber, or the bilobe and a tetrasporangia type. Here each chamber is known as sporangium because inside this the spores are developed. Got this point? Clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Look at this is the anther, and when you got the anther, this is the transverse section. Now this is the anatomy of the transverse section. Look at here, these are the anther lobes here. This is the lobe 1, lobe 2. Inside each lobe what present? Inside each lobe we are having the two chambers, chamber 1, chamber 2, chamber 3 and chamber 4. Okay, look at here, the wall of anther is consist of 4 layers. Outermost layer is epidermis. Just below the epidermis we are having endothelium present. Just below the epidermis is single layer, endothelium is single layer. Just below our endothelium, the 2 to 3 layer of middle layers are present. Just below the middle layers we are having tapetum present. The tapetum is single layer which provides the nutrition, or which is the passage of nutrition to the inner cells or sporogenous cells. Look at this tapetum is clear. Look at tapetum is presented in our the purple color. Bangani color tapetum अछि. देखो tapetum भितर को ना अभी आउ किछ सेल अछि. इस सेल माने कोन कहया? The pointer where I am presenting all the cell which are present just in the tapetum known as the microspore mother cell, which in the future produce a microspore. Microspore in the future produce the male gamete. Got this point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Epidermis, endothelium, middle layers, then tapetum, then all are the what? These are the microspore mother cell. Just a minute. And those who have joined lately, and please write your enrollment number in the chat box so that you can have attendance. Look at here. Everything is visible to you all?
Sir, I am unable to see your screen.
Hello?
Yes.
And is it visible to you all?
No,
Yes or no?
no, sir.
Yes, sir.
What for others? What for others?
Yes, sir, it's
Sir,
visible.
And who has joined lately, and then try to follow the participant list. In your participant list there are the two name of mine. Then you just write or simple काम कर तुम participant box देखो से जे देखिबो मोर जो आसुजी ना दीटा आस्तिबो गोटे पीपीटी आस्तिबो आ मो फोटो आस्तिबो से पीपीटी टाको ऑन कर फोटो टाको हाथ मारिबोनी हैला पिन कर दो जोटा पीपीटी आस्तिबो अरे बुझ पाइलो कोन कहली से देखो ये थला कोन एपिडर्मिस तले ये देखो ये हमरो ना माइक्रोस्कोप मदर सेल एपिडर्मिस एंडोथेलियम मिडिल लेयर टापिटम ये माइक्रोस्कोप मदर सेल टापिटम काम होला कोन माइक्रोस्कोप मदर सेल खाइबो दबो. Look at, and then inside this particular tapetum we have a number of the microspore mother cells are present. This microspore mother cells are 2n number. This microspore mother cell first undergo meiosis 1 to form 2 cells, then meiosis 2 to form the 4 cells are formed. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So that
Yes, sir.
so that now, And now so that here we are having the 4 microspores are formed. So the microspores are haploid or diploid? Microspores are haploid or diploid? Microspore are haploid or diploid? Microspore all at the haploid. Because why? Because microspore who is in future from the male gamete, the male gametes are haploid. So male gamete will be formed from the microspore. So microspores are haploid, and microspore mother cell is diploid. Got this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Look at. So that here, look at, and here look at, and here the arrangement of the microspore, it also varies. Look at, and here the structure that you are seeing here is an isobilateral arrangement, because you can see that the 4 spores from the two side, from front side as well as the back side, for arrangement of the microspore in the tetrad, that is depend upon the pattern of the cytokine. It means what? The microspore, look at, and during our the meiosis, the pattern of cytokinesis which determine then what would be arrangement of our the microspores in tetrad. Suppose this is the microspore mother cell. This microspore mother cell undergo, look at, we are having 2 types of the cytokinesis, successive type and a simultaneous type. In successive type, what happened? This is a microspore mother cell, which first, in successive type, what happened? The nucleus first divide to form the 2 nuclei. Then after the formation of 2 nuclei, then our wall is formed. And then after that again this nuclei also divides to form 4, again wall is formed. So it means after the division of each nucleus, then wall formation taking place. So it is a successive type. Here the karyokinesis is followed by cytokinesis. Division of nucleus is known as karyokinesis. Then it is followed by cytokinesis. So the successive type is found in the monocot plants, the grasses. Now comes second, the simultaneous type. The simultaneous type found in the dicot. Here all this nucleus undergo division, and here all the nucleus has this nucleus is there, divided 2 nuclei, then 4 nuclei. After the formation of all the 4 nuclei, what happened here? Then our cytokinesis occurs. Okay, and here the arrangement of these 4 cells are tetrahedral. But here the in first case is isobilateral. Besides, we are having a decussate arrangement, the T-shape arrangement, then the linear arrangement also. Maybe, okay. Look at, finally we are having the 4 microspores are forms. All are haploid. Got this point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Look at here. And then, so look at simply here, and all these 4 microspore finally become separated from each other. Suppose this is a microspore. Then the microspore having 1 nucleus. First, this nucleus become divided to form 2 nuclei, and around this 1 nucleus, a small amount of cytoplasm and a cell membrane surround. Now it becomes generative cell. The whole content now become vegetative cell. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Have you clear? Look
Yes,
at,
sir.
and here now comes the structure of the microspore. Here this particular microspore is surrounded by 2-1 outer. Look at the outer, you are seeing this particular equinal structure. This particular the zigzag structure you are seeing is known as the exine, and then the green is the exine, blue is the intine. Just below the blue, then we are having cell membrane is present here, and all cell organelles present here. Now this is structure of the microspore. Look at here, the exine is not uniformly thick. At all places is not thick. At some places it is thin also. किसी जगह से सरू थिबो, जो जगह से अल्प थिबो, then this is known as germ pore. And in this picture the germ pore is not there. Look at here. Look at this picture here. At some places there is some gap present. This gap is known as the germ pore. And this help in our what? This help in the germination of the pollen grain. Clear this point?
Yes, sir.
Look at all at the 4 microspore, they are just separating. And here, then and already we have studied the process by which our the microspore are formed from microspore mother cell known as the microsporogenesis. Next is the what? Formation of male gamete. The male gamete will be formed from our the microspore. So the process of development of male gametophyte from microspore known as microgametogenesis. Look at this is a flower, this is the pedicel, this is the stalk, this is the calyx, corolla, androecium and the gynecium. In the androecium we are having the microspores are formed. After the formation of the microspore become released. They are known as what? The pollen grain. Now this is structure of the pollen grain. Pollen grain is consist of outer exine, inner intine, and it contains a generative cell and vegetative cell. Then after the release, by the process of pollination, by the means of air, water, and by the means of the insect, birds, this pollen grain now reach the stigma. But this point, because inside this, look at here, this carpellage consists of apical stigma, long style, and ovary. Inside ovary what present? Inside ovary what present? Or egg present, or female gamete present inside the ovule. Look at this is the stigma, style, ovary. Inside ovary ovule present. Inside ovule or female gamete present. Here the male gamete is present inside the microspore. Here, so this male gamete to fuse with the female gamete, this microspore need to land on the stigma. The process by which microspore is the stigma is known as pollination. And then the microspore or the pollen grain is a very dry structure. Then as reach the stigma, here we start to draw the stigmatic fluid. The stigmatic fluid contain 90% of water in addition sugars, boron, etc. से कौन ऐसे लैंड कला ये जो पोलन गेंटा से पड़ला का स्टिग्मा पे पड़ला स्टिग्मा ऊपर से को पड़ला लो कौन स्टिग्मा ऊपर से अभी जो ओडे हमर ओडे हनी लाइक स्ट्रक्चर थिला तब से पी का आरंभ कला as it draw water, what happen? The water start to exert pressure on the intine की पहली लावे. Look at this is the intine. Look at and the look at the point where I'm pointing here. This is our the germ pole, because here then there is the exine is absent or very thin. And when this pollen grain absorb water or start to absorb stigmatic fluid, what happen? And here a considerable amount of pressure become generated here. Due to that, exine become rupture and intine grow out in the form of the tube. Look at this particular the figure that here my pointer is there. Intine है कौन? Intine उटे लंबा ही बड़ी है. लगाएं कि जेतले कौन जेतले से स्टिग्मा पे जे पड़ी गला से तो से कौन गला ना पानी पीले कौन हबो स्टिग्मा भी आज ये जो हमर जो ना माइक्रोस्पोर ता भीतर प्रेशर हबो प्रेशर हला कोन हबो एबे इंटेन टा पेलिबो एक्जेन की एक्जेन टा कोन हबो जो पछु जीवो नै जो जे एक्जेन टा नाही सेही जगह टा फुली जीवो फुली केबे कोन जीवो ट्यूब हे जीवो. Got this point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look at and here into this tube, then first our vegetative nucleus come, then generative cell come. Here this tube known as pollen tube. Look at now come to our the right side figure. Now this particular pollen tube start to grow towards the ovule, because inside the ovule a female gamete present. Look at now this pollen tube contain what? Are one generative cell. Inside this pollen tube, this generative cell now become divided to form two male gamete. Clear this point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
And here now come to then what is male gametophyte? Look at the pollen tube plus two male gamete plus the tube nucleus, all collectively called as the male gametophyte. Okay. Hello. What? The tube nucleus, then the male gametes, the two male gametes, pollen tube, all collectively called as the male gametophyte. Then this is the process of the development of the male gametophyte. Now next come to the development of the female gametophyte. And then the development of female gametophyte means what? Development of the egg or the female gamete in the plant. As like the development of the male gametophyte, development of female gametophyte is completed by two processes: megasporogenesis and megagametogenesis. So that here the process by which the megaspore form from the megaspore mother cell is known as megasporogenesis. The process by which the female gamete are formed from the megaspore is known as megagametogenesis. Okay.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at now this is about the flower. This flower is consist of the calyx, then corolla, androecium, gynoecium. So gynoecium is the female reproductive part. Its individual member is known as the carpel. The carpel is consist of apical stigma, long style, and a basal swollen ovary. Inside ovary are ovule present. Inside ovary what present? Inside it, look at this is the stigma, style, this is the ovary. Inside ovary ovule present. Inside ovule our female gamete will form. So first come the structure of an ovule. An ovule is consist of a stalk is known as funiculus. The funiculus is attached to the ovary at the placenta, where the funiculus attached to the body of the ovule at the point known as the hilum. And then inside the body we are having a mass of cell present known as the nucleus. The nucleus are covered by two integuments. Look at these are two integuments are present. Integument means covering. Outer integument and inner integument. The space which present between the two integuments known as the micropyle. The body of, look at the apical portion of the ovule is known as the micropylar end, whereas the basal end means the hilum part, this is known as the salazar end. Okay, this is the structure of an carpel. Have you got this point
Yes,
all?
sir. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Look at now here we discuss about again how our the megaspore first formed inside ovule. As what happened, megaspore formation occur inside the megaspore are female gamete takes place, formation takes place. So how this megaspore form? And as the flower mature, this is look at this is the ovule. As the flower mature what happened? Then one cell of the ovule, one cell of the nucleus that present towards the micropylar end. Look at this cell. Now start to enlarge in size and act as archaeosporium, and which finally act as the megaspore mother cell. This point is clear? Nucleus start to enlarge in size, act as megaspore mother cell. गोटे सेल खाइपी बढ़ी जीवो से add करिवो megaspore mother cell. Now this megaspore mother cell is 2 in number. To form the megaspore is haploid because megaspore from the female gamete. So what happened here? This megaspore mother cell has undergo meiosis. Look at this end of salazar end, upper part known as the micropylar end. Out of the 4 megaspores are formed here. The 3 megaspores which are present towards our the salazar end become degenerate. So एबे कोन हमर तळ तीनटा जाक मर जीवो, ऊपर गोटा बंचिवो, जो गोटा बंचिवो से खाइ पिक बढी गोटे मेगास्पोर हे जीवो. ए गोटा फ्यूचर तम फीमेल गामेट लाव. सब बुझिले?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then the flower, the plant in which the funiculus, dempho, salazar end and micropylar end present in a straight line known as the orthotropous ovule. Clear? Orthotropous ovule are very uncommon in angiosperm but commonly found in the gymnosperm. Look at out of the 4 megaspore, only one survived. This is a functional megaspore. Inside this functional megaspore, what happened? Our the female gamete form or egg form. Now here, then as you know that the process by which our the megaspore form from megaspore mother cell is known as our megasporogenesis. So the first step is completed. Now the next time we will discuss about how this megaspore, how our megaspore form the female gamete. Look at now this is the megaspore, and then look at now this is the megaspore. As this megaspore is haploid or diploid, Megaspore is haploid.
Haploid.
Haploid. Look at, and then when it from the egg, what happen here? This particular nucleus of this particular megaspore first divide to from two nuclei, and the two nuclei moves to the opposite pole. बुझिपारला and nucleus divide कला दीटा जाको opposite pole को पड़ेगा. At each opposite pole, each nucleus now divide 2 times. So final form how many nuclei? To form how many nuclei? To form how many nuclei? The 4 nuclei. And when one nucleus undergo the 2 division, to form how many nuclei?
4 nuclei.
To form the
4 nuclei.
look at here. And so that here, then out of the 4 nuclei, then the 1 nucleus from each pole move to center. Look at, and unfortunately then I have not drawn here, but here what is the last I have drawn here. Look at, out of the 4 nuclei, 1 nucleus from each pole move to center. Center pole asla. That it's separate then we are having the 3 nuclei, tole 3, mojile amaro rahila kon and dita rahila. So that here the upper the 3 rahila. Now a small amount of cytoplasm becomes surround and cell membrane becomes surround. Now they act as antibody cell. Then the central is the 2 nuclei act as central cell, and the lower 2 act as what? Lower 2 act as the synergid cell, and this one is known as egg cell. Look at, actually here look at, now here this egg is formed. The whole process is known as what? This whole process is known as the megagametogenesis, because always the female gametes are larger, so known as the megagamete. Got this point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Look at, and just
Yes, sir.
look at now this is, look at the figure that I have drawn here, that is for our anatroposophile, because 82% of plant having anatroposophile. So just I have drawn for the anatroposophile. So always this particular synergid cell and egg, the whole is known as egg apparatus, always present towards the micropylar end. Look at, what is orthotropous, what is anatropous? The ovule in which the micropyle, chalazal and funiculus in a straight line known as the orthotroposophile. The ovule in which the micropylar end present very close to the funiculus known as the anatroposophile. Means orthotroposophile ovule ta tak modi dile kon hejibo anatropos hejibo. That to jo figure ta kariche, that for the anatropos pe kariche. Eti kon tolu rahila synergid cell egg, eti kon rahila central cell rahila upore mo dekho. तो देखो ए पेटी भूल हे छी, ए जो तीनटा ऊपर से हे नेकी, ए तीनटा जाक सिटी नई कोडबा कथा, एबे हमरो ए पॉइंट हबा कथा हैला. तो देखो, and then this is the position of embryo sac in case of orthotroposophile. देखो एटी, these are the antipodal cell, this is the central cell, these are the synergid cell, this is the egg cell. For this point, hello.
Yes, sir.
Look at, now this is the structure of the embryo sac. The embryo sac is consist of our, look at the chalazal end, we are having the 3 antipodal cells are present here. Center the polar nuclei. Before the 2 nuclei become fused, one polar nuclei, after fusion on a central cell, and then here the 2 synergid cell present, it's a egg cell present. Look at the base of the synergid cell, then there is some finger-like projections are present. Is it visible to you? Then this is known as filiform apparatus. Okay, and so the filiform apparatus or finger-like projection which is found at the base of the synergid cells, and which main function to guide the pollen tube during the fertilization. Okay, so that this is the development of the female. Look at this, and the whole structure is known as an embryo sac. So that an embryo, a typical embryo sac is about the how many celled? the 7-celled and 8-nucleated, and this type of embryo sac is known as the polygonum type of embryo sac. Okay, this figure. Okay, these 3 antibody cells should not be at here, but it should be at here. The point of where I'm using. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Look at now.
Yes,
The
sir.
types of ovule. Then there are the following 6 types of ovule which are found in case of our angiosperms. Then orthotropous ovule, look at here, when the funiculus, chalazal end and the micropylar end within a spread line, orthotropous ovule. Anatropous ovule, funiculus present very close to funiculus and micropylar comes very close here. Then our the next is what? The hemianatropous. Hemianatropous means what? Micropyle and chalazal present right angle to funiculus. And then next is the campylotropous. Look at it. And then now this is our figure of the campylotropous. This is our what? Amphitropous and sessinotropous. Sessinotropous found in our the cactus family. Look at this, so that the time is not allowing, so that then there is a need of skip. Look at, and then this is all about our development of male gametophyte as well as female gametophyte. Now we have to discuss about the pollination. Look at, now tell me what do you know about pollination? What do you know about pollination? Hello, am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Then what is pollination? Already we have discussed. What is pollination? The process of transfer
Transfer of pollen grain.
from anther to stigma is known as pollination.
Yes, sir.
So pollination is 2 types: self pollination and cross pollination. Just I'm skipping here. Self pollination means the transfer of the pollen grain from anther of the same flower to stigma of the same flower, or anther of the one flower present in the same plant to stigma of the another flower present in the same plant, known as the self pollination. Then cross pollination means what? If the transfer of the pollen grain from anther of the one flower to stigma of the another flower born on the another plant. When a plant change ହେଇଯିବ, ତମ ଘର ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଗଛ ଅଛି, ତମ ସାଙ୍ଗ ଘର ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଗଛ ଅଛି. If the transfer of the pollen grain occur, known as the cross pollination. If in the same plant occur, same plant ଦିଟା ଫୁଲ ଫୁଟି ତାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ transfer ହେଲେ self, ଗୋଟେ ଫୁଲର male ସେଇ ଫୁଲ female ବୋଲେ we self. Got this point? Hello. Understood this point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look at, and when transfer of the pollen grain which occurred from the anther of the same flower to stigma of the same flower is known as autogamy. Next comes the j-tonogamy. When transfer of the pollen grain occurs from the anther of the same flower to stigma of the another flower born on the same plant, the plant are not changing. This is known as the j-tonogamy. Then we are having some adaptation or contrivances for self pollination. It means the factor which favors self pollination. कौन से factor अच्छी the self pollination को favor करती है? कोटला bisexuality. The flower should be bisexual. It means both contain male sex organ androecium and female sex organ gynoecium. Homogamy. Homogamy means the both sex organ androecium and gynoecium or male or female sex organs should be matured at same time. Then cleistogamy. The cleistogamous means when the flower never open for the lifetime, known as cleistogamy. Flower that जीवन साल भीतर एकदम फुटिबन ता भितरे अर्थ inside this flower androecium रहिबा gynoecium भी रहिबा. Next is about the cross pollination use, and then cross pollination पे कोन माने गोटे गछ आ गोटे गछ को जीवो, and there some agency required. Entomophily when insect cause pollination. Ornithophily when bird cause pollination. Caryopterophily when bat baduri cause pollination. Malacophily when slug or snail cause pollination. Myrmecophily when our ant pimpudi jonda mane karandi. Then anemophily, our wind. Hydrophily when water cause pollination. And these are contrivances. Unisexuality, digamy. Digamy means what? When androecium and gynoecium mature at different time. And fullere androecium kerela gynoecium mature ହେଇଯାଇଥିବ. ତ ସେଇ androecium male gamete ପଡିବାର female gamete ଟକେ କି? ହେଇପାରିବ? Hello.
Yes, sir.
ତାପରେ orthogamy, heterostyle, self-sterility, all are the conditions which favors cross pollination and prevents self pollination. And then we have discussed. Look at now development of male gamete complete, female gamete complete, pollination complete. Next is about the fertilization. Look at, and then fertilization means what? Fusion of the male ligament with the female ligament is known as fertilization, as you know that. But here we are using the term double fertilization. So first we discuss about what is the concept of the double fertilization. So look at this thing. Look at this figure. Look at now this is the stigma. And first what happened by the process of pollination, the pollen grain first reach here. It now start to absorb the stigmatic fluid. After that, it from the pollen tube. Then the vegetative nucleus, then the genitive cell now moves to this pollen tube. And meanwhile, in this pollen tube, and this particular genitive cell become divided to form the two male gametes. Okay. Then look at now this is the pollen tube. Now look at the right figure. This is a pollen tube. This pollen tube contain what? This pollen tube contain one tube nucleus at two male gametes. Now this pollen tube enter into one of the synergid cell. We have the two synergid cell. It enter into one synergid cell. Inside this, it releases the three nuclei. Means it not two male gametes. Out vegetative nucleus. Okay, the two male gametes become released. One male nucleus come and fuse the egg is known as fertilization. Whereas another male gamete come and fuse the central cell. This is known as triple fusion. So triple fusion plus a syngamy or fertilization is known as double fertilization. Clear this idea? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Look at now this idea about the double fertilization. And next is about look at and here the fertilization is made due to fertilization. Here the when egg is fused with what? About the one male gamete to whom zygote. Look at the syngamy. The product of syngamy is zygote. The zygote in the future develop into the embryo. Embryo means छुआ गछ. कौन आमर zygote बड़ी छुआ गछ हबो. तार छुआ को ए सेंट्रल पार्ट टा जो सेंट्रल सेल 2n or 3n थिला. What is the nature of the central cell? 2n or 3n? What is the nature of central cell? 2n or 3n? Hello.
Yes, sir.
What is the nature of the central cell? 2n or 3n? अरे सेंट्रल सेल में आगो तारे कौन थिला? It had the two nuclei and means 2n and another male gamete come. Male gamete is an. Then and when this male gamete and fuse the central cell to form a cell having the nucleus that is 3n. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at, and here this central cell जो theory है it having the 3n set of chromosome that 3n अच्छी. So this resultant cell is known as pen. Pen माने primary endosperm nucleus. So what is the result of syngamy? Syngamy ला कौन theory है? What is the result of syngamy? What is the result of syngamy? Due to syngamy, a zygote is formed. Is everything is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Look at. Then due to syngamy of zygote is formed. Zygote टा future बड़ी embryo देबो, embryo माने छुआ गछ देबो. ये एठी की एठी सेंट्रल सेल भाबी दियो ए तीनटा जो न्यूक्लियस मिसे गोटाए कर दियो, गोटे सेल कर दियो एठी. ताता कमे पेन कहबा प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस. जोडे प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस टा खाई पी के बढ़िबो एंडोस्पर्म देबो. कोन देबो? एंडोस्पर्म देबो. एटा पूरा फिल अप एंडोस्पर्म देबो. एंडोस्पर्म टा खायो काउ देबो? এই জাইগোট খাও দেবো, সে খাইবি বড়িকি গোটে গছ হব, এমব্রিও হব. বুঝপাইল? হ্যালো
Yes, sir.
hello, look at here. Now
Yes,
first
sir.
discuss about some post fertilization event. Actually after fertilization, actually what are the changes occur after fertilization? Look at after fertilization, first कोन हला गोटे मेल गामेट फ्यूज होला एग संगे टू फॉर्म जाइगोट. The zygote develop into, do you have copy? Do you have copy right now?
Yes, sir.
Write down post fertilization changes in a copy. Post fertilization changes. Write down zygote develop into embryo. Zygote develop into embryo. Zygote develop into embryo. Here, next point. Pain. Pain is what? What is pain? Then how pain is formed? How pain is formed? How? अरे जाइगोट एम्ब्रियो है ना, पेन किए ये सेंट्रल सेल गोटे अछि ना, एडा ता संग फ्यूज होला आउट सेकंड मेल गामेट टू फ्रॉम द पेन माने प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस. एबे देखो पेन डेवलप इनटू एंडोस्पर्म माने प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस डेवलप इनटू एंडोस्पर्म. This point is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what is the function of the endosperm? Endosperm ର କାମ କ'ଣ? What is the function of endosperm? What is the function of endosperm? What is the function of this endosperm? Function of endosperm to give କ'ଣ? To give nourishment to the embryo. To give what? To give the nourishment to the embryo, because this become, look at, this is our the one male gamete, this is the egg to form the zygote. Now this is zygote. Zygote become divide to form the embryo. Embryo means छुआ गछ. For that there is a need of nutrition. For the what? For that there is a need of the nutrition. So that the nutrition will be, so that this nutrition will be provided by this particular the endosperm. This pen become divide to form a mass of cell. To form what? To form mass of cell. This mass of cell will be fed by what? Fed by this particular embryo or zygote to grow. Okay. Look at here. So function of zygote clear. Function of the central cell or the pen clear. What left here? Look at this ovule. The whole structure. This is ovule. This ovule. And then ovule develop into seed. Ovule develop into seed. Ovule develop into seed. Okay. Look at. Then as you know that seed having seed coat, then you might have eaten our groundnut, and then the groundnut seed having seed coat, and the simply the red color coat that you are just here removing out while you are eating groundnut. बादाम खाइछ, बादाम खाइला जो ना नाली चोपड़ा तुम जो उड़े दे फुंकी की सेटा कोन सेटा ताको सीड कोट को আছে. And then the seed coat develop from the integument. Look at, this is the integument. Integument means the covering of the Ovule. Write down. Integument develops into seed coat. Written this point. Integument
Yes, sir.
development to seed coat.
Seed coat.
Look at we are having the two integument. So outer integument, outer seed coat, inner integument, inner seed coat. Write down outer integument hyphen testa. Testa means outer integument hyphen testa. Testa means outer seed coat. Then inner integument tegmen. 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 This is the inner seed coat. Outer integument testa, that is outer seed coat. Inner integument tegmen, tegmen, tegmen is the inner seed coat. Then our ovary. Finally look at this ovary. This ovary become finally develop into the our fruit. Ovary become develop into what? Our fruit. It is difficult right here. Okay, ovary become develop into fruit. This point is over.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what are the post fertilization changes? What are the post fertilization changes? Zygote develop into
Embryo.
pen develop into
Endosperm.
ovule develop into
Seed.
outer integument
Pesta.
testa, inner integument
Tegmen.
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 Then the ovary develop into
Fruit.
then ovary develop into fruit. Now next come to our endosperm. Then as you know that endosperm is developed from the pen. Then what is the function of endosperm? What is the function of the endosperm? What is the function of the endosperm? Nourish the zygote to form embryo.
Yes,
We
sir.
are having three types of endosperm. One is our nuclear type, cellular type, and halobial type. So first we discuss about the nuclear type. In case of nuclear type, and what happened here? Look at this is the pen. Pen is the primary endosperm nucleus, and then this having one nucleus, that is 3N. First what happened? This one nucleus undergo repeated division to form many thousands of nucleus. After the formation of many thousands of nucleus, the cellularization or formation of cell or cell wall around each nucleus that start from the periphery towards center, and finally it becomes cellular. Clear? Best you take divide कला दीटा हला चारटा हला हजार हजार न्यूक्लियस हे गला. अब ए जो कोन ए जो हजार हजार न्यूक्लियस तो का भीतर भासुचंदी भाबी देबे कि हम येला मोडला नडिया पानी. Inside these thousands of nucleus are floating. Finally, as the coconut mature, then the coconut become form or coconut meat become form. इस nucleus माने कोन करिवे सढे रे चारि पडे लागि जिवे ता चारि पडे सब सेल वाल तयार हे जिवो प्रत्येक सब सेल हे जिवो इसला कोना नडिया हे जिवो. तो बुझौ छी?
Yes, sir.
हला एक पंडा तार तो जो रिमेनिंग पार्ट तो देखो ये गुडा हला कोन जोडा सेलुलर से हे छी देखो लुक एट राइट साइड रो जस्ट मान लेफ्ट फिगर देखो मझिरे बाज किछ बची ना फ्री न्यूक्लियस कंडीशन अछि चारि पटे में कोन हे छी सेलुलेशन हे छी ता जोडा सेलुलेशन हे छी दैट इज अवर कोकोनट मीट. The central part containing fluid and a nucleus, that is the coconut of our coconut water. So when we are drinking coconut water, actually what we are drinking? When we are taking the coconut water, actually what we are taking? The coconut water contain what? Hello? Coconut
Yes,
water
sir.
contain what? Thousands of nucleus. କଣ? Thousands and lakhs of nucleus. Look at. Now come to cellular type. In case of cellular type, what happen? This is the pen. First, this nucleus become divided to from 2 nuclei. After that, wall is formed. Then 4 nuclei, wall is formed. In this way, then each nuclear division is followed by cytokinesis. Here, karyokinesis is followed by cytokinesis. But here, after all the nucleus division is over or karyokinesis is over, then cellularization occurs. But here, each nuclear division is followed by karyokinesis. Okay. Here, the free nuclear type or nuclear type endosperm is commonly found in our the plants, but cellular type is commonly found in dicot. And beside this, then we are having a halobial type of endosperm. Halobial type of endosperm means, and that is the intermediate of the nuclear and cellular. First, this is a pen. The nucleus first divide to form 2 nuclei, and wall is formed. Then upper part is the chalazal part, lower part is the our micropylar part. Then the micropylar dyad or the micropylar cell now undergo repeated nuclear division as well as the cytokinesis. So the complete cellularization is formed. But the chalazal part nucleus undergo only few division, only few nuclei form, and it remain at the free nuclear condition. So it is a halobial or it is an intermediate type. It is commonly found in Alzheimer's, Butyromacy, Hydrocaritaceae, Nazaridaceae, ये सब जगह में पाउछ. ये जो Hydrocaritaceae ये सब जगह में दଳ फैमिली रखा, दଳ जो गाड़िया रहउछ. Got this point? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So then how much percent we have studied? Is there any doubt to understand? Is there any doubt to understand about these points that we have discussed now here?
No, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Now tell me, then what are the steps of sexual reproduction plant? What are the steps of sexual reproduction of the plant? What are the steps of sexual reproduction of the plant? କଣ କଣ? What are the steps of sexual reproduction of the plant? Hello.
Sir, first step is the pollination.
Pollination.
Then fertilization.
No. First step. Formation of
Gametes.
the male gamete. Then formation of
Fertilization
the
of female gamete.
formation of male gamete. Next is
Yes, sir.
hello. gametophyte pollination, development of embryo, development of seed, and development of fruit. Now tell me, actually development of embryo occur first or development of endosperm occur first? What
Development of
actually occur?
endosperm.
Okay, development of endosperm occur first. Why? Why? Because if endosperm do not develop, can embryo develop? If endosperm cannot
No.
develop, can embryo develop? No. That's why development of endosperm is so much essential. Okay. So now this is for all today. I think in the coming class you discuss about development of the embryo in some extent, as well as apomixis, whatever we have. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And then have you all sent your enrollment number? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you? Okay. And then always, and then from the coming class, always try to join the class as soon as possible, because we don't want to lose the initial few minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And then is there any doubt regarding today?
No, sir.
Okay. Now here I'm also leaving the site.
Yes, sir. Thank you.